Hi guys, and welcome back to Makeup with Maddie, where I do my makeup and we talk about life. So today's Get Ready With Me is something that you've been asking about for a while. I've talked about my Survivor story in bits here and there, but I've never spoken about it from beginning to end, so that's what we're going to do. When I met him, it was at an office party at my first job. He was gorgeous, and we clicked straight away. He was into the gym, not that I hold that against him. He was into nights out, into restaurants. He was driven. He wanted to be earning good money and retire by 40. I could get behind that. So we started seeing each other. He took me out to cinema, to restaurants. He was sending me flowers every other day. It was going great. He was calling me every morning and every night. He was texting me throughout the day. And I thought it was all so romantic. It was a month in and we were seeing each other all the time. I was spending most nights at his, so I suppose it didn't feel strange when he asked me to move in with him, and I did. I was in love, and I thought, fun fact, my middle name's Claire. No offence to anyone that has that name, but I've never been that bothered by it. The first time he called me Claire was when he was introducing me to his mates. I didn't say anything at first because I thought I must have misheard, but then one of his mates said, "What are you having to eat, Claire?" On the way back to the flat in the car, he asked me why I was so quiet, and I said, "Because you're telling people my name's Claire." And then it got quiet all of a sudden. Yeah, I felt like how it does before it starts to pour it down, like a storm, a hurricane. His voice was so hard. He said, "Don't you think Claire suits you better? I mean, more professional, more classy." Yeah, Claire suits you more. It wasn't a question, it was a decision. A few days later, I was watching TV. Top right corner, where it has your profile picture and your name. There it was. Claire. And the name was just the start of it all, really. One day, we had a huge box delivered to the door, full of clothes. He said it was a present, and I thought, this is him, this is who he really is. But then I realised they were all clothes that I wouldn't wear, that he insisted I try on. He knew what was best for me. Skirt just had to be the right length, no strappy tops, no sheer material. One day, he was playing with my hair while I was looking at us both in the mirror, and he said, "Don't you think we make the perfect couple? But maybe, just maybe, you should start dyeing your hair." And then there was the nights out. He liked to spend his money. He'd buy me loads of drinks. He'd get some drugs. Sometimes he'd make me do them too. If you look at the photos of us on dates or nights out or holidays or any of them really, we look perfect. And I think that was what it was. I was his perfect girlfriend. I was Claire now. Claire got up at 5 a.m. to go work out with him. She packed in a career so she could be a stay-at-home girlfriend. House spotless, meals prepped. She did what he wanted her to do, said what he wanted her to say. He was exactly what he wanted. He never hit me. He didn't have to. I was a ghost. There was nothing to hit. I had to go to the doctors for a blood test. Normally he'd go with me. He'd go everywhere with me. But that day he got a call and I was in there on my own while he was outside in the car on the phone. I was in the office when they called for Maddie, and for a second I didn't even react. And I apologised when I realised they were talking to me. I had a lovely nurse. She saw me through, got me sat down. She was talking, and all that time, all I could think about was how annoyed he's going to be when he realised that I'm in here without him. And before I knew it, it was done. And I was getting up and I was saying thank you, and she stopped me and she said, do you mind sitting down for a minute? Sometimes people get a bit lightheaded with this stuff. So I sat, and then she asked me if everything was okay with home, me. I don't remember how it all came out. I felt that storm that I felt the first night he started calling me a different name. And then I was crying. I felt it break. And then she was listening, and she connected me to services that got me help. And with enough help, I eventually left that relationship. It's 5 years later now, and I've got a new partner and a little girl. She's going to be 2 next month. And my house is a shed most of the time. And most days, if I can slap on a bit of concealer, then that is a good day. And I am far from perfect. I am so, so happy. There are people out there that care. Health professionals like doctors and community groups and services that can help you. And I want to share that with you. So in the next few videos, I'm going to be talking to a few of my friends that I've met along my journey, so that you can hear their stories too. And hopefully that'll make you feel less alone, because you're not. There's a raft of people out there that can help you, and I'm going to show you. If you've been affected by anything in my videos, please visit wakefield.gov.uk/16 days of action.